Alrighty friends, it's Tim Bott. I am hanging out here in the Toronto Tool Library Makerspace, and today I am working on a couple of little MC4 connectors. So if you're not familiar, the MC4 is the most common standard for solar installations, and I've got a panel that I want to hook up. It's a pretty fun project, and I hope you're going to like it. So first of all, we got to get these connectors together. So the cool thing that you can see with the MC4 connector here, if you look closely, is that the male end has these little hooks, right? And it's also got like a little sealing ring down here, so that when it goes, and gets connected with the other end here, it actually locks in place there. And it forms a pretty watertight seal. Now that's pretty important when you're dealing with a solar installation, because it's probably going to be out in the weather, and so we need that to be, very tough. But then again, like, you also need to be able to detach this regularly as well. And so the MC4 is designed for that. And so here we see the male insert and the female insert right here. And so basically you take your wires, you attach them up to those inserts, you thread them inside into the connector, and then seal it down, close the thread, and you've got your connection. And it's nice and watertight, flexible, and very strong. Okay, so this is now day 3, I guess, of doing everything from renewable energy, and we've been having sun for the last couple of days, which is nice. It has been chilly out. Today is not quite as cold. Today I don't have the bike on me. Instead, I'm going just strictly backpack, but you can see I've still got my folding solar panel right here, and it is still charging my InterCircuit power bank. So if you're curious, that power bank is 26,000 milliamps or 26 amps. And, you may have wondered, like, what does that mean in terms of a power bank? Well, the way to figure out how useful that is and what the capacity is basically to calculate the watt hours. And so on a power bank, they don't tell you this, but typically you're looking at 3.7 volts against that 26 amps. So essentially, if you multiply that 26 by the 3.7, you get the watt hours. And that gives you an idea of what the capacity to do work with this power bank actually is. And so based on that, I can figure out, what can I run with this? And there's quite a few things. So a nice little trick that I would like to do sometimes, you can see that I mentioned in the previous segment that this can charge at the same time as it discharges. And so what I can do is draw a little bit of that power that's being generated through the solar panel, bring it out through the USB connection, and you can see that this actually is going inside my jacket here, where I actually have a couple of little electric heaters. So when the weather is cold like this, it provides a kind of a perfect situation, because I can sit here as long as I want to get the charge, because the excess energy that I'm creating that can't actually get stored fast enough by my power bank is just being diverted off into warming me up, and I'll sit here nice and toasty warm, enjoying the good day, and have plenty of power to power my laptop, my phone, or anything else I want to do this afternoon. It's a pretty sweet deal, right? Yeah. When I'm ready to go, it's a pretty easy process. I just unhook the solar panel. The battery keeps on working, providing power to the heater in the jacket, and so I can walk away just sticking it in a pocket or in a bag and stay toasty warm through my trip back. And speaking of getting back, I'm going to head back to the Toronto Tool Library Makerspace. So tonight we have the CNC classes. Now I used to teach those like maybe a year ago, And we've got an excellent instructor, an industrial designer who teaches them now. His assistant is off tonight, so I'm going to be helping out with that. And I'm really looking forward to that because it's a super good time. So I'm going to pack myself up, gather my solar gear, and head on back to the tool library.